I'm at Cargill Enterprises, which is a disabled person's workshop, to pick up the stakes that I'm going to drive into the ground to mark out the future walking track. So let's go and talk to Eric and get some stakes. Well, here they are, 250 stakes that should mark out the walking track. Well, there's the stakes, 250 stakes that I'm going to use to mark out the future walking track around the Kauri forest. First, I'm going to paint them so we can see them amongst the grass. When I was walking around in March 2023, I was scoping out the future walking track through the forest, and I decided to start it at the edge of the existing forested areas as the gully rises up to the pasture that I'm standing on now. And I used this dead manuka tree as my marking point. So above is the canopy and below is the edge of the gully. My idea is to build a swing bridge across the gully because it's too steep to walk up and down for a walking track, and for the swing bridge to exit the existing forested areas here at this dead tree. So this is where I'll put in my first marking stake as a marker to prevent trees from being planted adjacent to the marking stake, so that we have a corridor for the future walking track. Let's go. This one. So the idea is to drive the stakes well into the ground so that the sheep that are still being adjusted here don't rub up and knock over the stakes over the next few months for here, but for a few years for the rest of the property. And that's why they're going fairly deep into the ground. But with the day glow paint, we should be able to easily see them as the grass grows before the trees take over. It took a couple of days, but I worked my way around the property. I've got a spur leading in from the western entrance, and that's about 300 meters. And then there's two loops. The smaller loop is about 1 kilometer of walking track, and the larger loop is about 2.4 kilometers. So that gives me about 3.6 kilometers of future walking track. And I walked it using Strava to ensure that the GPS locations were correct. This will help the planters in August. If you enjoy the content and want to follow this unique project, please subscribe to the channel and click on the like button. I'll be making more videos over the coming months and years to record the progress of this unique project. Thanks for watching.